non.
How does it feel like being a bulk main?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just kind of press buttons in people's general direction, and sometimes they die, and sometimes I die. Car is stupid and makes no sense. It's very easy to kill yourself.
Okay. Should he be a hit and run hero or more of a tank? More like Sergeant.
Absolutely not a tank. I'd classify him kind of in, I don't know if I'd say hit and run, but kind of.
I'm just gonna. I don't know. I think bulk is a hit and run, but yeah, just keep going.
One of the strongest things about bulks is that his kit is versatile enough that you can kind of play him however he wants to be, however you want to play him. I play really defensive bulk. I know other people play offense. They both work. Like, it's kind of up to you on how you want to play the character.
Okay. Do you think they should rework bulk? Like change him? Like change his color, change his looks, yeah.
Okay, so I wish that he wasn't so round. Like
he's fat.
He's just kind of he's not fat.
To me, his face is like it's weird. He's not even human.
He looks like he has his wisdom teeth taken out. His face is just all swollen all the time. Super weird.
He got bullied in school.
You need to kind of like slim him down a bit.
Yeah, Sergeant bullied him. Yeah. Okay. Should they change the difficulty of bulk?
The difficulty?
Yeah, like the 2 dots.
Actually, yeah, they should put it to 1 dot. Honestly, the character's not hard to pick up. It's hard to the jump from easy to medium is not hard at all. The jump from medium to high is super difficult, but that's for every character.
Okay. What are the mechanics to play bulk? That's
basically the main one is basically just patience. If you aren't patient, you die, and it's as simple as that. There's a whole bunch of really situational tech that you can do.
Gore.
There's a whole bunch of situational tech that you can do that's like super complex and generally not worth the effort at all. Like you can do it if you're good, but you don't need to do it to be good, sort of thing. These kind of exist. I don't know, man. Just be patient. Don't do anything stupid.
Everybody needs to be patient sometimes, but yeah, sure. What if you're losing as Volk? What should you do?
The exact same thing that you do if you're winning.
What should you do?
If you're fighting a ranged hero, oh gosh. It depends on what kind of ranged hero you're fighting.
That is able to get picked out easily.
Well, general rule of thumb is to stay grounded, or to stay what I call snappy bolt. So like snap from, if you're gonna double jump from like ledge straight to ledge. Bulk is really vulnerable in the air because he's floaty and he doesn't have a lot of ways to get down besides bulk charge. So the less time you spend floating in the air, the easier it'll be to approach.
Okay.
Additionally, you want to not be afraid of getting hit a couple of times, because a lot of times ranged characters don't do very much damage, and you will do more damage if you can get to them. So it's okay to walk into a shoe blazer and get hit a couple of times if it means getting close to them.
What are the pros and cons about Bolt? Or did I already say that?
No, you haven't. Pros and cons. Pros, he's a character that can fight pretty much every character decently well. He's balanced enough that there aren't any auto lose matchups like there are with a lot of other characters, like Tin and Skull, for example. It's a character that's, even if it's kind of bad, it also has really high burst damage. Like all of its abilities do insane amounts of damage. Car does 8, Charge does 7. A lot of times it does 11 if you combo the passive.
Okay.
And bulk ult is really, really strong. It's really strong offensively. It does a lot of damage. You can basically take out a whole stock with it if you land all your secondary abilities. And it's really good to use to dodge ults like shoot ult and bot ult, because they burst damage. Cons, really long cooldowns. you have to pick and choose your fights really effectively because otherwise you'll get called out somewhere and you'll just be stuck because you'll have 5 seconds where you can't do anything because all of your abilities are gone.
Okay. What are the good maps for bulk? Small. Which one is better for bulk? Small or big
Good.
maps?
Depends on the character. Against melee heroes, big maps. Against ranged heroes, small maps.
Okay.
Melee heroes, you want room to work. You want rooms to work around, to back off, to circle, to sort of play defensive, zone out. But you want the opposite of that with ranged characters because you're the one that's going to be zoned out and played defensive and boxed out and ran away from. So you want to have to cover less ground.
Okay. This is one of the biggest. Is Sergeant a very hard counter for bulk, or is he just simple to take out?
Sergeant,
in my opinion, Joker told. This is not related, but Joker once told in his guide, he told me that to not use Sergeant tap against a bulk because it's a waste of energy, anyways.
But, I mean, you can't. Sergeant versus bulk, I think bulk wins. I don't think it's by much. I think a lot of bulks matchups are pretty even. Like they don't go harder than like 6-4 a lot of the times, or 4-6 if they're losing. But I think bulk wins it. Sergeant takes less damage, but also Sergeant doesn't
he
have a
so much
reliable way.
A lot, yeah.
It's hard to move around. Yeah, you can't. If I just back off the whole time, you have a hard time chasing. It's that sort of thing. Where I'm getting a phone call. Give me a second.
Okay. Should they buff or wait? Did I say that right?
Buff or nerf? I think the character's fine how it is, honestly.
Okay.
It's really balanced. It's just that other characters in the game aren't, and so it struggles because of that.
Okay. Do you think they should remove some bugs from bulk, like his big hitbox of freaking Volcar?
No, I think the bugs are what makes the character fun. There's one specific bug, which is basically if you bulk charge straight up while you're next to a wall, your bulk charge doesn't go anywhere. And that one kind of sucks because it's hard to think about in the moment, and it's kind of got no positive. It's just a pure negative. But all the other ones, I think, are like perfectly fine because they're bugs, but they're also replicatable on like a consistent basis. So you can turn them into techs if you're good with them.
Okay. Do you think bulk has a lag back, like Scenic? And sorry, like any melee, he could lag back.
Yeah, it does have lag backs, actually. It has semi-consistent lag backs, and it has consistent lag backs. There's one lag back where if you do an ultimate or an immediate ult slam at the beginning onto a slab, when your bulk charge doesn't reach its fullest ending, it'll lag you back to where your bulk smash starts. There's one that requires like doing a 160 on a slab that I'm not as good with. Pitchko showed it a while back.
Void abuse.
And there's one that requires double jumping twice and bulk charging at the same time, like at the apex of the second double jump. That's
Apex has a weird death wall.
No, not on Apex. At like the apex of the jump, like at the top of the jump. It's consistent on most every map. It's just really tight.
Do you think they should like what else? What I was trying to think of something. What's a decent matchup for a bulk?
Decent matchups. I think Sergeant's a decent matchup because you can kind of box out the Sergeant a lot of times. I think Cake is a decent matchup because you can box out the Cake a lot of times.
Okay.
I think Tin Man is a decent matchup.
Of course, Tin Man.
Yeah, Tin Man can get away.
For Tin Nons.
Sanic is like one of bulk's best matchups because if I literally just hold still, the Sanic can't do anything because I just throw a car at my feet when they come in and they get hit away. Okay. It's actually stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
Besides that, like relevant characters, Pug is okay. Pug's probably an even matchup, I would say. It's hard, but it's doable. Hood kind of sucks, honestly, but it's doable.
I hate Hood as a useless. Like I'm not gonna say useless, but like as crime against a green Hood, just no.
Skull is probably the hardest matchup. Skull's probably the hardest matchup.
Yeah.
Spood is pretty hard.
Yes, we're. Well, I mean, if you win a trade, right, and you're on a big map, and since Spood doesn't have like infinite reach anymore, you could just run away.
It is, yeah. The problem is that bulk can't get away, especially once you get below like 60, because his cooldowns are so long that you can just get webbed back in every single time, and you can't do anything about it.
What else?
Cluck is decent.
Cluck is
It's not
overpowered.
great.
Okay. What about Void as a bulk? What would you do?
Oh gosh. So the thing is, like bulk or void is kind of similar to bulk. Like teleboom is very similar to bulk charge. A lot of it's just baiting out teleboom and then jumping where they land, like catching landings and stuff, and then just abusing car because void's never ranged option, and then just running for your life. It's not easy because you get out damaged every
they're
single
both hit and
step
run.
of the effort.
For me, Void is a hit and run. He's so easy to. He can't sustain damage, anyways. That's in my opinion.
It's also just me because I suck at left clicking, which makes it a lot harder.
Just spam your left click.
I can't do it, man.
For me,
that's what I'm left clicking the whole time. Like I'm left clicking the entire time when I'm playing, and it just doesn't work. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I'm not good at it, but because of that, I have to kind of like just dance around.
If you were a normal melee main, you would just hit spot on left clicks. But anyways, the biggest question is, I mean, I don't know if you're truly the number one bulk, but how does it feel like to be rumored as the number one bulk?
I don't know, man. I don't like it. I play this game for fun, and whenever you have a title like number one that people give to you, it puts a lot of pressure on you because I feel like if I don't perform up to number one standards all the time, then people are gonna like make fun of me or look down on me or whatever. I liked it when people thought somebody else was the number one bulk. It was much more relaxing, but it is what it is.
I just noticed. You see this on my back?
Yeah. Like the button?
Is it even a button? Wait.
Turn around. You're in like a suit, aren't you?
I am. This is
like a ninja suit.
This is Joko skin. I don't know.
It's Joko skin? Oh, I've got no idea, man.
Okay. What else?
It's cool. It's cool to be called number one and all. Like it's an honor. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Like I play this game a lot, and I'm getting something out of it. That's really
you don't
awesome.
really have to be number one. If you can't be number one in skill, you can try to be number one in knowledge. Having more knowledge than
Also, like I've been around this game for so long. Like I started this game at the same time BK did. Him and I were MSing bulk and cryo together. Like I've seen so many like good players come and go.
Yeah, a lot of good players. Then they quit. I took a break at the end of 2019. Then when I returned like 2 months back, I just don't see any good players anymore.
It is what it is.
Anyways,
so I guess long story short, being number one is cool, but it's a lot of pressure. So I'm kind of about it.
Okay. I think that's about it.
All right. Cool.
You go home.
All right. Bet.
Yeah. Go home. Go to that door.
Yes, sir.
Main. Okay, I'm gonna have to like edit that out. I accidentally went behind your behinds. I'm gonna have to edit that out.
You good?
Just keep going. What the I swear, I don't put my... Yeah, okay. Excuse him. Not clickbait 3 here, cuss called. Okay.
My own secretary.
This is my security guard. In the back.
It's not from something I normally get a phone call from. Hello? Hey, you know me.
And you got lemboed.
I didn't think about that. I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry. I'm coming back.
Just move it. Okay.
So hi, Bert. That's not where I meant to teleport to.
What happened?
How's it going?
Hey. Okay. The end.